even surveillance cameras, that sort of thing. So, I mean, that would always, mean potentially more witnesses, more eyewitness video, if you will, of what happened. But you're pulling it up here. I'm just seeing a lot of homes. Now, that's not to say that nobody is home at the time and didn't see anything, but it does kind of cut down on the number of potential folks that you can ask. All right, looks like we are getting some brand new images here of the scene itself. Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. We're taking you live now to the scene of this crash with multiple people injured. As we can see, it does appear to be a CATS bus. So we pointed out the possibility that it was a transit bus, and when we were first reporting on this, we didn't know, and we told you so. We said we don't know if this is a school bus, and I know a lot of folks can probably maybe jump to that conclusion given the horrific and traumatic, events that happened with that school bus on 77 in Chester County. But frankly, at the time, we didn't know. And so here we see it is a CATS bus. It looked like there was some sort of, going off of the roadway just based on what we saw of them moving it. Like they were moving it either off of the shoulder, off the sidewalk, out of the woods a little bit. I don't see, it's hard to tell, but it does look like the windshield is shattered.
Yeah, definitely.
So there was some sort of, just from what we saw in that limited shot, some sort of going off the roadway, and I don't know if they hit something after that point or if the bus hit something before that point and then went off the road. So that will actually be, a big thing that we'll probably want to ask authorities about if we see police on scene or if we're able to reach out, and we usually will reach out directly to the Public Information Office with CMPD to see if they can disperse something versus waiting for someone on scene to get a moment to come over and share details with us. But it looks like there was some sort of incident and or front end collision of some sort with the front of the bus, because there is quite a bit of shattered glass we can see.
I think Ben may be able to hear us. So Ben, if you're listening, it's our photographer on the scene, the amazing Ben Green. Are you able to kind of zoom in on that windshield? Maybe we can see some of the cracks. He may not be able to. I've been communicating.
We might be able to hear him, but maybe he can't hear us. So
it looks like. It looks like there's definitely two cars involved. It looks like the bus was able, if I watched that correctly, to pull out on its own accord. Like it looked like it got out of its little ditch. Because now, obviously it got out. Now the tow truck is working with it.
Yeah. Well, and we've talked about this before, because at this point here on Live Impact News, we have covered our fair share of crashes live with live images. And I mentioned the heavy duty tow trucks before. This is one of those. So, in certain situations we've seen, like, for example, the crash that we had the other day in Huntersville, where you had the vehicle that hit the barricade, the stone barricade. They had two smaller tow trucks come out. But this one, you can see, because it is a bus, they had to bring in kind of a heavier equipment. So that's going to be like a larger duty truck that will be able to tow such a large, vehicle. And it will have the crane system in place, as we'll probably see in just a few moments, that will be capable of hitching that up onto the tow truck. So that is, for folks who maybe have been following us for multiple days now here on Live Impact News, that is the heavy-duty tow truck that I have previously referenced when we've covered other crashes. And just bear with us. This is a raw, unedited feed, so you'll see our photographer moving around and getting better shots and better angles. And as we see the zoom in now, that's definitely quite a bit of damage to that front windshield of that bus. So definitely begs the question of whether there was impact with something and then the bus went off the road a bit, or if the bus went off the road and hit something. And it was hard to tell because we kind of came up on the shot as they were in the process of removing the bus from the shoulder. But we see, for example, there are telephone poles in the area. If the bus did indeed go far enough off the roadway that it hit, a tree in the woods, that's possible. Or was there another vehicle involved? Or, God forbid, it was a person. But the windshield damage that I'm seeing looks pretty substantial. So
I would guess tree. That's a lot of surface area for the damage.
Yeah.